Hey, young voters, welcome back to another video. Today, hopefully, it's just going to be a quick one. I'll be going on vacation, so I'm pre-recording a couple of videos. If you're wondering why I have the same outfit as the video I just made, or yeah, I don't know when I'm going to upload them. This one might come first. I don't know. Anyways, what I'm trying to say. Hello, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. And if you read the title, you're wondering why is it that Republicans will always win? Well, great question. I will admit there's a little clickbaity, but the point that I wanted to consider and bring to light, I guess today, was something I realized, and I just thought it was interesting, so I thought I'd share. Republicans and small government types, libertarians, they always say, well, government doesn't work for us. The government is bad; it will never help you, and it's just a waste of money. And we should lower taxes because the government isn't working. Government's all corrupt. It's all slow and gridlocked and all that stuff. And yeah, it is all those things. But like, you're the officials. You can't say the government is slow, corrupt, doesn't work, it's a waste of money while being the government. You are the government. Okay, so fix it. Okay, because Republicans run on all this stuff about how the government isn't working and how it's bad. That's what they run on, and then they get in power, and then they mess up the government. They'll privatize stuff and hand stuff off to private companies, and then they'll not they'll refuse to pass legislation, stuff like that. So they campaign on the government being bad and it's not working, and that we shouldn't have such a big government. And then when they get into government, what do? They expand the power of the government, and then they make it worse. They actively make it worse. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, because every time Republican wins, they'll put in a Republican, things will not work out. People get sick of it. They'll usually then put in a Democrat. Democrat tries to fix stuff, and then the Republican comes along and he says, "Oh, this Democrat's trying to fix all this stuff. Look at what he's doing. If I were in office, I would do nothing." And then people vote for him for some reason, and then the Republican gets into power and starts messing stuff up. They just That's what they do. I mean, honestly, like, they're in opposition of this infrastructure bill. I mean, they've been opposing everything Democratic presidents have been trying to do for years. So I mean, like, they literally just refuse to pass bills, refuse to nominate justices, all that type of stuff. And then they complain about how nobody wants to be bipartisan anymore, and how the government isn't working because it's all slow and officials in Congress won't let us do this or that. I mean, you are the official, dude. You are going against yourself here. Okay. Um, and they're campaigning on this stuff, and they're winning on this stuff. And when they get into power, they make it worse, and it's just a cycle that just keeps repeating. So that is why, in my opinion, Republicans will always have the advantage, because sorry about that, phone won't stay charging. That is why Republican officials, in my opinion, always have that little edge on when they're talking about how government doesn't work. So my response to them is, fix it. Fix it then. What are you doing running if you don't think the government is something that's fixable, useful, or productive? Why are you running? Because if you think the government is not something that can be fixed or should exist, and you're taking a salary of tax dollars, then you're just stealing money. That is all you're doing. You're not in the government to fix it. So you're there to ruin it, basically. In which point, I don't believe you have a role in government, because you can't tell me you want to run for office and I ask you why, and you say, "Oh, the government sucks and we can't do anything about it. So why should I choose to elect you?" I want to hear from them. They could say, "Hey, I don't like where we're spending our taxes. Government's not very efficient. I'm going to go in and make it more efficient." But they're not doing that. They're just saying the first part, and they're not following up, and they're not taking any role, I feel like, to make the government better. So I think that's why they sort of have this paradox of the government not being good. And my response is, fix it then. Fix it. Like, come on. Government, it's not like it's inherently, I mean, to some extent, actually. You could say to some extent it's inherently slow and stuff like that, but like, fix it. make it the best you can make it. Really put in some effort and see where that gets us. I think people would be a lot happier with government and or the government if everybody was really in there to fix it and put in the work. So just something I want to bring to light, something I want to talk about, and there's my proposed solution. And yeah, so thank you for watching. You know how YouTube works. You can like our stuff, you can dislike it if you'd like to. You can subscribe to us, that would be awesome. Check out our website. Check out our playlist for the left, they'll be here. Our video for you will be here. You'll probably enjoy that, at least YouTube says so. Subscribe button here. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can think of. We have a Discord, we have a website, obviously, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter, which we don't use. So if you want to follow that, and yeah, that's it for me. I'm gonna cut it short because I always tend to ramble. So thank you, everybody. Have a great night, have a great day, have a great wherever you are in the world, and yeah, goodbye.